My beloved child, pause for a moment. Yes, you. Do not scroll away from this message too quickly, because I have brought you here for a reason. This is not an accident. This is not random timing. Before this very moment arrived, before your heart became heavy tonight, before anxiety whispered lies into your mind, I already knew you would be here listening to my voice. And I need you to hear me carefully now. Something is changing in your life. Even if you cannot fully see it yet, even if your circumstances still look the same, heaven has already begun moving on your behalf. What once stood against you is beginning to break. What once delayed you is losing its grip. What once kept you trapped in exhaustion, fear, confusion, and emotional heaviness can no longer remain the same because my hand is entering the situation. My child, I know how tired you have become. I saw the silent battles nobody else knew about. I saw you smiling in front of people while secretly carrying pain too heavy for words. I saw the nights you lay awake overthinking everything, wondering when your life would finally change, wondering why doors kept closing, wondering why progress always seemed just out of reach. You asked me questions through tears nobody else saw. Lord, have you forgotten me? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward except me? Why am I fighting battles I cannot even explain? My beloved child, I heard every word. Not one prayer was ignored. Not one tear fell without me seeing it. And tonight, I need you to understand something that will change the way you see your entire season. The delays were not always rejection. Some things had to be stopped because they were never sent to carry your destiny. Some doors closed because destruction was hiding behind them. Some relationships ended because they were draining the life from your spirit while pretending to love you. You called it abandonment. But many times, it was protection. I know you did not understand it then. I know heartbreak made you question your worth. I know disappointment wounded your confidence. I know betrayal made trusting difficult. But hear me now. I never left you. Not for 1 second. Even in the moments when your faith felt weak, my love remained strong around you. Even when you felt abandoned, heaven was still fighting for you behind the scenes. And my child, there were battles happening around your life that you could not see with natural eyes. Were spiritual attacks sent to drain your peace. Forces trying to suffocate your confidence. Distractions trying to pull you away from your purpose. Fear trying to convince you that your future would never change. The enemy wanted you exhausted. He wanted you numb. He wanted you so emotionally tired that when your breakthrough finally arrived, you would no longer have the strength to walk toward it. But darkness underestimated the power of my hand over your life. You survived seasons that should have broken you completely. You made it through nights that almost crushed your spirit. You endured loneliness, confusion, rejection, anxiety, and emotional warfare, yet somehow, you are still here listening to my voice right now. Do you know why? Because I never removed my covering from your life. I protected you in moments you did not even recognize. There were attacks I blocked before they reached you. There were decisions I stopped because they would have destroyed your future. There were people I removed because they could not go where I am taking you next. And although the process hurt, it saved you. My beloved child, listen closely now. The season is beginning to shift. You have cried long enough. You have carried fear long enough. You have questioned your purpose long enough. Now I am calling you into something new. A new level of healing. A new level of peace. A new level of spiritual strength. A new beginning. But before you step into it, I need you to release something first. Release the belief that you are forgotten. Release the lie that your story is over. Release the fear that says nothing good could ever happen for you again. Because that fear did not come from me. I am the God who restores broken things. I am the God who heals wounded hearts. I am the God who opens doors no person can shut. And I am not finished with your life. Not even close. There is still purpose inside you. There is still light inside you. There is still destiny attached to your name. The enemy attacked you so intensely because he recognized something valuable in your future before you recognized it yourself. Darkness fights what carries purpose. Darkness attacks people who are close to breakthrough. And my child, you are closer than you realize. That heaviness you have been feeling lately, that strange stirring deep inside your spirit, that sense that something is about to change, it is not your imagination. It is heaven prepa. Ring you for movement. Because the door I am opening before you now is different from the ones before. This door carries my hand on it. This opportunity carries divine timing. This breakthrough comes after battles, prayers, tears, and waiting seasons you thought would never end. And yes, I know part of you feels afraid. After everything you have been through, trusting again feels difficult. You fear disappointment. You fear heartbreak. You fear hoping too much only to watch things collapse again. But hear me carefully tonight. Do not allow past pain to make you miss the future I prepared for you. The enemy wants hesitation to keep you trapped. He wants you overthinking while heaven is calling you forward. He wants fear louder than faith. But I am exposing every lie tonight. You are not weak. You are not abandoned. You are not disqualified because of your past mistakes. My mercy is greater than your failures. My grace is stronger than your shame. And what I have spoken over your life cannot be canceled by fear, people, delays, or darkness. This is your confirmation. Your breakthrough is closer than it appears. Your healing is beginning. Your restoration is beginning. Your peace is returning. The chains around your mind are weakening. The confusion is lifting. The spiritual resistance surrounding your life is breaking apart because I have commanded movement in the unseen realm. And when I speak, darkness must move. My beloved child, stop doubting whether you are worthy of the blessings coming into your life. I do not bless you because you are perfect. I bless you because I love you. I chose you knowing every weakness. I stayed with you through every failure. I carried you through every painful season when you thought you had no strength left. You are still here because my purpose for your life still stands. And now I need you to trust me in a deeper way. Trust me when the path feels unfamiliar. Trust me when fear whispers loudly. Trust me when old thoughts try pulling you backward again. Because where I am taking you, fear cannot follow. Some things must break off your life in this season. Old mindsets, old wounds, old attachments, old chains. You cannot enter your next season carrying everything from the last one. That is why some relationships feel distant now. That is why certain environments no longer satisfy your soul. That is why your spirit feels restless whenever you try returning to what once kept why. Oh, you spiritually asleep. I am calling you higher, closer, deeper. And although the transition feels uncomfortable, it is leading you toward freedom. Stay with me through this process, my child. Do not give up now. Do not return to the prison I am delivering you from. You asked me for breakthrough, and breakthrough requires movement. You prayed for freedom, and freedom requires trust. You cried for healing, and healing requires letting me touch the places you tried hiding from everyone else. I know the pain you never talk about. I know the memories you still carry quietly. I know the moments that changed you. But I also know the future I prepared for you. And your future is greater than your past. Your future is greater than your fear. Your future is greater than every attack that tried to stop you. Something beautiful is still ahead. Something holy is unfolding around your life. Miracles are being prepared. Doors are opening. Healing is flowing into places that carried pain for years. Peace is returning to your mind. Strength is returning to your spirit. And soon, even you will recognize that heaven was moving the entire time. So breathe again, my child. You are not alone tonight. I am with you in this very moment. I am holding you together even now. And before this message ends, I need you to do one thing. Release your fear into my hands. Do not carry tomorrow alone anymore. Give me the anxiety. Give me the pressure. Give me the overthinking. Give me the exhaustion. Let me fight the battles that were never yours to carry alone. Comment Jesus is with me if you believe I am speaking directly to your spirit tonight. And stay until the end of this journey, because what I am about to do in your life will become a testimony that even you did not expect. My beloved child, listen closely now. There is a reason your spirit has been feeling restless lately. There is a reason certain things no longer bring you the comfort they once did. There is a reason you keep feeling pulled away from old habits, old mindsets, old environments, and even certain people. It is because the season around your life is changing. And when heaven begins preparing someone for a new chapter, everything that cannot grow with them starts becoming uncomfortable. You have prayed for change for so long. You asked me to make a way where there seemed to be none. You cried out for peace while chaos surrounded your thoughts. You begged for healing all silently carrying wounds nobody else could see. And my child, I heard every cry, even the ones you never spoke aloud, especially those. I know there were moments when you almost gave up completely. Moments when disappointment wrapped itself around your heart so tightly that you questioned whether things would ever truly improve. You became tired of waiting, tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of pretending to be strong when inside you felt emotionally exhausted. Some nights you smiled in front of everyone, then cried when nobody was around. Some mornings you woke up already overwhelmed before the day even began. And the hardest part was not always the pain itself. It was feeling like nobody fully understood what you were carrying. But I understood. I always understood. My child, there were moments when you thought you were falling apart, but really, I was pulling you apart from things that were no longer aligned with your destiny. Because where I am taking you next, the old version of you cannot survive there. The fearful version. The broken version. The version that constantly questioned its own worth. The version that settled for less because rejection made it afraid to expect more. That version is fading. And I know transformation feels uncomfortable. Healing often feels unfamiliar before it feels peaceful. Freedom can feel frightening when you have spent years surviving in emotional chains. But trust me through this process. Because what I am removing from your life cannot compare to what I am preparing for your future. My beloved child, there is something I need you to understand deeply tonight. The enemy attacked your mind so heavily because your mind carries power. Your thoughts shape your movement. Your beliefs shape your future. And if darkness could convince you to live defeated, you would never step fully into the calling I placed over your life. That is why fear followed you so intensely. That is why anxiety kept whispering worst-case scenarios into your spirit. That is why overthinking became one of your greatest battles. The enemy wanted your focus consumed by worry instead of faith. He wanted your mind exhausted before your breakthrough arrived. But tonight, I am breaking those chains. You will not spend the rest of your life trapped in fear. You will not spend the rest of your life doubting your worth. You will not spend the rest of your life replaying old pain while heaven calls you into S. Omething greater. I am renewing your mind. I am restoring your confidence. I am healing places inside you that people damaged carelessly. And yes, healing takes time. But you are healing. Even now. The fact that you are still searching for hope after everything you survived proves that my spirit is still alive within you. Do not ignore that. Do not underestimate your survival. You survived battles that nearly destroyed your peace. You survived heartbreak that changed the way you trusted. You survived seasons where loneliness became so heavy it felt physical. You survived moments where your faith became weak and fragile. Yet here you are, still breathing, still listening, still searching for me. And my child, that matters more than you realize. Because darkness tried to silence your spirit completely. But it failed. You are still chosen. You are still called. You are still deeply loved by heaven. Never forget that. The enemy wanted you ashamed of your past. But I am not defined by your past mistakes. I see who you are becoming. I see the healed version of you. The peaceful version. The courageous version. The version that finally stops apologizing for existing. The version that walks confidently because they know I am beside them. That person is already beginning to awaken inside you. And this next season will reveal it more clearly than ever before. My beloved child, I know you are worried about the future sometimes. You wonder how things will work out. You wonder whether the door's opening before you will truly lead to peace. You wonder whether this season will finally be different from the painful ones before. Hear me now. I am already ahead of you. Before you arrive at tomorrow, I am already there. Before the problem appears, I already hold the solution. Before fear whispers another lie, my truth still stands above it. You do not need to carry tomorrow on your shoulders. That burden was never yours to hold. Give it to me. Give me the pressure. Give me the anxiety. Give me the fear of failing again. Give me the fear of being hurt again. Give me the fear that says you are not enough. Because my child, you were never meant to walk through life alone. You are always meant to walk with me. And when you walk with me, even difficult seasons begin producing strength, wisdom, and purpose. Nothing you suffered was wasted. Not the heartbreak. Not the rejection. Not the waiting. Not the tears. I can restore. What pain tried to destroy. I can turn wounds into wisdom. I can transform broken seasons into testimonies that help heal others. And one day, you will look back at this chapter and realize that the season you thought was breaking you was actually awakening you. You are entering a season where clarity will replace confusion, where peace will replace constant anxiety, where strength will replace emotional exhaustion, where purpose will become clearer, where the chains that once controlled your thinking will finally lose their authority over your life. But you must stop agreeing with the lies that kept you bound. Stop calling yourself forgotten. Stop believing you are too damaged. Stop assuming your best days are behind you. Your story is not ending in defeat. I am still writing it. And what I write with my hand carries redemption. My beloved child, there are blessings approaching your life that require preparation. You prayed for open doors, but open doors also require courage. You prayed for healing, but healing requires honesty. You prayed for peace, but peace requires surrender. I know surrender feels difficult for you sometimes because pain taught you to control everything in order to feel safe. But control is exhausting you. You were never created to carry every burden alone. Trust me enough to loosen your grip. Trust me enough to stop forcing outcomes. Trust me enough to believe that what I have planned for you is greater than what fear keeps showing you. Because I tell you the truth tonight. There are miracles with your name attached to them. There are prayers already being answered behind the scenes. There are doors beginning to open that no human effort alone could have unlocked. There are connections, opportunities, healing moments, and divine appointments already moving toward your life. And suddenly, what once felt impossible will begin falling into place. Not because of luck. Not because of coincidence. But because heaven moved at the appointed time. Divine timing is never late. Even when waiting hurts. Even when silence confuses you. Even when delay makes you question everything. I have not forgotten your name. I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not forgotten the promises spoken over your life. The breakthrough did not die. The purpose did not disappear. The calling did not fade. It was simply being protected until the right time. And now, the time is getting closer. Can you feel it? The quiet stirring in your spirit. That growing sense that something is shifting. That feeling that you cannot stay the same anymore. That is not random emotion. That is my spirit preparing you for movement. Do not ignore it. Do not numb it with distractions. Do not run back to the familiar just because growth feels uncomfortable. You are being called higher. Into deeper peace. Into stronger faith. Into greater purpose. Into the life I always intended for you. And yes, there will still be challenges ahead. But this next season will not look like the last one because you are not the same person anymore. The pain changed you. The waiting strengthened you. The battles deepened your spirit. And now the wisdom born from those difficult seasons is preparing you to walk differently. You are no longer the person who breaks at every storm. You are becoming spiritually stronger, wiser, more discerning, more aware of my voice, more protected from the traps that once distracted you. And my child, that growth matters. Even when nobody else sees it yet. Heaven sees it. I see it. I see every quiet victory inside your spirit. Every moment you chose to keep going when quitting felt easier. Every prayer whispered through tears. Every attempt to trust me again after disappointment wounded your heart. I saw it all. And I am proud of you for surviving what tried to destroy you. But hear me carefully now. Survival is not your final destination. I am leading you into restoration. Into joy again. Into peace again. Into hope again. Into purpose again. This next chapter of your life will not be built on fear. It will be built on faith. And even when your hands tremble, take the step anyway. Even when uncertainty tries speaking loudly, trust me anyway. Even when you cannot fully see the outcome, keep walking anyway. Because I am walking beside you. I will not leave you halfway through the process. I will not abandon you in the middle of the storm. I will not bring you this far just to let you fall now. You are protected. You are guided. You are chosen. And your breakthrough is already closer than you think. Type "God is leading me" if your spirit receives this message tonight. and stay with me until the end, because what is coming next may become the very answer you have prayed for in secret. My beloved child, tonight I need you to hear me with your heart, not only your ears. Because what I am about to tell you will change the way you walk into this next season of your life. You have spent too many years believing you had to carry everything alone. You carried pressure nobody knew about. You carried fears you never spoke aloud. You carried wounds hidden behind forced smiles and quiet silence. And little by little, the weight became so normal to you that you forgot what peace even felt like. But I did not create you to live constantly overwhelmed. I did not create you to wake up every morning already emotionally exhausted. I did not create you to survive on fear while pretending everything was fine. I created you for freedom. I created you for peace. I created you to walk with confidence knowing that heaven stands beside you. And tonight, I am breaking the lie that says your life will always remain trapped in struggle. Your season is changing. Not someday. Not eventually. Now. The enemy worked hard to convince you that nothing would ever shift for you. He whispered that your prayers were too late, that your mistakes were too great, that your wounds were too deep, that your destiny had already passed you by. But my child, darkness is a liar. If your purpose had truly been destroyed, you would not still be hearing my voice tonight. The fact that your spirit is still searching for me proves that heaven is still calling you forward. There is still oil on your life. There is still purpose attached to your name. There are still people waiting for the healed version of you to appear. Because your testimony will help others survive their own storms one day. The pain was not meaningless. The waiting was not meaningless. The heartbreak was not meaningless. I know there were seasons when you begged me to explain everything immediately. You wanted answers. You wanted clarity. You wanted instant relief from the battles surrounding your mind and emotions. But my beloved child, if I had revealed everything too soon, fear would have overwhelmed you. So instead, I walked beside you one step at a time. Even when you could not feel me clearly. Even when your prayers felt weak. Even when disappointment made you wonder if heaven had gone silent. I was there, holding you together during nights when your heart felt like it might collapse. Protecting your mind during moments when anxiety tried to consume your peace. Blocking attacks you never even knew were sent against your life. You see only the battles you survived. But you do not see the countless battles my hand prevented from reaching you. You have been more protected than you realize. More covered than you understand. More love than your pain allowed you to believe. My beloved child, stop measuring my faithfulness by temporary circumstances. Storms change. Seasons shift. People come and go. But my love for you remains constant through it all. When others walked away, I stayed. When others misunderstood you, I still knew your heart. When you felt emotionally shattered, I still called you chosen. Even now, while you listen to these words, my spirit is surrounding you with peace. Can you feel it? That gentle warmth inside your chest. That quiet reassurance washing over your thoughts. That small spark of hope returning after such a long battle. That is me reminding your soul that you are not fighting alone anymore. My child, I know the future sometimes frightens you. Because every time you began hoping before, disappointment seemed to follow. And eventually, your heart learned how to expect pain before joy. But I am healing that expectation tonight. Not every chapter of your life will end in heartbreak. Not every opportunity will collapse. Not every person will betray you. Not every season will feel heavy forever. There are still beautiful things ahead for you. There are still prayers waiting to be answered. There are still moments of joy your heart has not experienced yet. And when those blessings arrive, they will not feel forced. They will carry peace. Because what comes from me brings peace with it. My beloved child, stop calling yourself broken beyond repair. I specialize in restoring what others gave up on. I restore hearts. I restore minds. I restore families. I restore peace. I restore purpose. I restore people who thought life had already passed them by. Nothing is too damaged for my hands. Not your mind. Not your emotions. Not your future. Not even the parts of yourself you secretly feel ashamed of. Bring those places to me too. Bring me the hidden fears. Bring me the secret disappointments. Bring me the guilt you still carry from old mistakes. Bring me the memories that still make your chest heavy at night. You do not have to hide your wounds from me. I already see them completely, and I still love you fully. That will never change. My beloved child, there are people who misunderstood your silence. They thought you became distant because you did not care. But the truth is, you were fighting battles internally that exhausted your spirit. You were trying to survive emotionally while still appearing strong outwardly. And sometimes you withdrew because you did not know how to explain the heaviness you were carrying. But I understood every silent moment. I understood every tear you wiped away quickly. I understood every time you whispered, "Lord, I cannot do this anymore." And every time you thought you were at your breaking point. My grace carried you farther. You are stronger than you think. Not because you never cried. Not because you never felt weak. But because even after everything you survived, you still kept moving forward. That strength came from me. And now I am building something even deeper inside you. Not temporary confidence. Not fragile peace. But spiritual endurance. The kind that remains steady even during storms. The kind that cannot easily be shaken by fear anymore. The kind that finally understands that my power is greater than every attack surrounding your life. My beloved child, listen carefully now. You are entering a season where discernment will become very important. Not every voice around you carries wisdom. Not every opportunity carries my presence. Not every connection is meant to follow you into your next chapter. Some people were assigned only to your old season. Some environments cannot grow the person you are becoming. And some distractions were specifically sent to delay your destiny. That is why I am teaching you to listen more closely to my voice now. Because where I am leading you next, you will need spiritual clarity. Do not ignore the warnings I place inside your spirit. Do not silence your discernment just because loneliness tempts you to settle. Do not return to places I already freed you from. You prayed for freedom. Now protect it. You prayed for peace. Now guard it carefully. You prayed for healing. Now stop reopening wounds I am trying to restore. My beloved child, I know change feels uncomfortable, but remaining trapped would cost you far more. You cannot step fully into your future while still chained emotionally to your past. You cannot embrace new blessings while constantly grieving what I removed. And you cannot walk boldly through open doors while still believing old lies about your worth. Tonight, I am asking you to trust me at a deeper level than before. Trust me enough to release what no longer serves your spirit. Trust me enough to stop chasing PLE who keep wounding your peace. Trust me enough to believe that delayed blessings are not denied blessings. Trust me enough to understand that what I protect you from is just as important as what I give you. Because some closed doors were acts of mercy. Some disappointments prevented destruction. Some delays preserved your future. And one day, you will thank me for the things I did not allow. My beloved child, the breakthrough approaching your life is not only external. Yes, doors will open. Yes, opportunities will come. Yes, blessings are being prepared. But the greatest miracle may be what happens inside you. The peace returning to your mind. The joy returning to your spirit. The confidence returning to your heart. The faith returning after so much disappointment tried to bury it. That inner restoration will change everything. Because once your spirit heals, you stop settling for what drains you. You stop chasing what harms you. You stop doubting the value heaven placed inside you. And the enemy fears that version of you deeply. He fears the healed version of you. The awakened version. The peaceful version. The version that finally realizes my hand never left them. That is why the attacks intensified before the season shifted. Darkness recognized your breakthrough before you did. But now the chains are breaking. Now the confusion is lifting. Now the fear is losing authority over your thoughts. And now your spirit is awakening to the truth. You are deeply loved. Deeply protected. Deeply chosen. Never forget that. Before this message ends, I want you to breathe for a moment. Slow down. Release the tension in your shoulders. Release the fear about tomorrow. Release the pressure to have everything figured out immediately. You are not racing against heaven. I know exactly where you are. I know exactly what you need. And I know exactly how to lead you into the next season prepared for your life. So stop tormenting yourself with endless worry. The miracle is not delayed because of your weakness. My grace is sufficient even there. My power still works through imperfect people. And my plans for your life are still alive. My beloved child, your story is not ending in fear. It is not ending in disappointment. It is not ending in darkness. I am leading you into restoration, into healing, into peace, into clarity, into purpose, into a testimony that will one day remind others that even the most wounded heart can rise again through my love. Now let me pray over you. Father, cover this precious soul with supernatural peace tonight. Calm every anxious thought. Break every chain of fear, heaviness, confusion, and discouragement surrounding their life. Heal the hidden wounds nobody else sees. Restore their strength where exhaustion has drained them. Open the right doors at the right time. Protect them from every distraction and every attack sent against their destiny. Let them feel deeply loved, deeply protected, and deeply guided by your presence. Fill their home with peace. Fill their heart with hope. And remind them every single day that they are never alone. In my holy name, amen. If this message touched your spirit, comment amen below. Type Jesus is with me if you are walking into your new season by faith. And remember this tonight, my beloved child. The battle did not destroy you. The delay did not cancel you. The darkness did not win. You are still here. And heaven is not finished with your story yet.